Guys, so it's definitely for Wednesday. I am so sorry about last week. I totally forgot to do my video altogether. Um, and yeah, it's getting really bad that I'm forgetting. I did say all day on Wednesday last week. It's Wednesday, I need to do my video, need to do my video. Yeah, let's just say I totally forgot. I'm so sorry about that. It's my first time forever not doing a video, and I actually felt really bad that I didn't get a chance to do a video, and then I was going to do one, but I know it's not my day then to do one, and I wouldn't feel right taking someone else's day, so I didn't do one. So I'm going to do like an update of like 2 weeks. Um, but anyway, not much happened. I don't think last week, not that I can remember. Not much has really happened this week either. Other than I am down with a kidney infection that I think maybe a week ago I said my tummy was really sore. And I just had been awful pains, and I just thought, oh, it's my time of month coming up, and I just thought, okay, because it's starting to get really bad now, where it really hurts a lot. Um, so yeah, I just thought it was that. Then I've just been running to the toilet constantly. Have that urge to go to the toilet. It's just an awful feeling. My temperature's been up and down. I have lower back pain, but I have all them symptoms nearly anyway, except the urge to go to the toilet all the time. So yeah, and then my mommy would like have like wee sticks at the house to test urine. Um, so she tested one there, was it 2 days ago, and she found a lot of blood, and I don't know if there was nutrients and stuff in it. I can't remember what she found in it, but um, she found stuff that wasn't supposed to be there that's showing that I have a really bad infection. So we phoned up the doctors instead of me coming the whole way up to the doctors just to say yes, you have a urine infection. Um, I went on into college, and my daddy left up a urine sample, and they phoned me then later on that night and just said yes, definitely you do have a urine infection. And I had to tell them what kind of symptoms I was having, and then they prescribed me an antibiotic, a 3 day course one. Hopefully it clears up. Um, I would hit for now to be go ongoing with urine infections, kidney infections and stuff. Um, because my mommy would suffer from stuff like that, so I would hit to be going down the same road as she's down, because it's not nice having a kidney infection. It's really sore. It's taken a lot out of me, and my day off in college, and I've been in bed all day, so it's not too good. But I'm watching movies and keeping hydrated and drinking loads of fluids. I'm running to the toilet loads and loads and loads. So yeah, that is what has been going on this week. Um, and also today is the 5th of March. Well, you probably already know that, like, but the 5th of March a year ago was the day I went off my feet. A year ago, so it's kind of, I sort of remembered that today, and I can remember that day so clearly, that the 5th of March around about 6 o'clock I went over to A&E, um and I spent 6 hours in A&E, and I was sent home with a walking frame, like a Zimmer frame, like as I would say, like a wee granny would use, God love her. Um and I could barely walk more than 2 steps in the Zimmer frame with a assistance of 2 people, and they sent me home. And that was it. I didn't know how long I was going to be off my feet for. I didn't know how long I was going to be on the thing, and they just said, your condition, there's nothing we can do, what do you want us to do about it? They had no clue what POTS or EDS or anything like that was. They were just so clueless in the mind of everything going on. So I was sent home, and I was housebound for 2 months after, with being in the Zimmer frame. I wasn't at school, no friends to visit. I could not basically do anything. I was so drained. Um, Everything to do was a hassle. To get up out of my bed was a hassle. I needed help doing that. I needed help going to the toilet. I needed help getting changed, showering, everything. And I thought, my life cannot go on like this. Just, I needed assistance of 2 people. My bedroom was originally upstairs, which is 13 stairs to get up. My stairs in the house are quite steep, so I could no longer do the stairs. So I was down in my mum and daddy's room, which is now my room. And they have an ensuite, so everything was sort of like connected. But I had to sort of kick my daddy out of his room for about 2-3 months, until I knew exactly what was going on. And then after that, 2 months went on, and I wasn't getting any better. And we went to see my cardiologist, I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks after I was off my feet. And he basically just said, this looks just to be a relapse. We don't know how long it'll go on for. We'll just keep going on. And here we are today, a year later, and I'm still off my feet. I've now progressed to a wheelchair. Which I don't want to be in a wheelchair anymore. I want to go out and be normal. But yeah. The only way apparently I'm going to get out of my wheelchair is intense physio. And over here in Northern Ireland, we don't do intense physio. There's nobody that would touch me, in case they make me worse or whatever. So I was thinking about maybe going private and getting a physio that might maybe look at me to see if she could strengthen my legs up and maybe get back on my feet for a bit. But I know beforehand I was fainting a lot, so I don't want to get back on my feet to be fainting a lot, because the fainting stopped me from going to school, and I'm doing so well at the minute in college, being in the wheelchair. It's just kind of hard when I'm out. Like, things aren't accessible. Like, I don't live in the most accessible city or town. Like, I live on a big hill, and to go up the town with my friends, I can't be independent the way I want to be. I need people to push me or hold bags or help me to go to the toilet or to watch me, or so I can't sort of be on my own, which is kind of a bummer. I was out last Friday for my friend's birthday. She was 18. She's one of my best friends that I have. She's been through everything from the start with me since it all started in 2010, and I love her to bits. So it was her 18th, and we decided we'd go out for a meal with her. So everything was going great, and then we decided we'll go and try and get into a club. Now, you have to be 18 or over to get into clubs here, but a lot of people look older than they should. And, pardon me, we were coming up to the doors of one of the clubs in Derry called Sugar, and I've never been in there, and my other 2 friends haven't, but my other friend would be used to going in and out, and she was like, everybody was like, what if we don't get in? I said, well, the worst thing they'll say is, sorry girls, you can't get in, you have no ID. The only thing is, I have ID, and my other friends don't. But I said they can't really stop someone in a wheelchair because it'll look bad on them. So I kind of said that would be discrimination. So I said, let me do the talking and see what happens. And there was all these security guards, like must be about 6 or 7 of them, and we were like, oh my god, He goes, Gertie's going to Sugar. He goes, yeah, well, the wheelchair, you'll need to go around the back way. And I was, that's no problem. And we got in for free, actually. And it was really good. We were first there, like, sort of, there was, like, nobody there. So, like, we got seats and stuff, and I parked my wheelchair up, and I sat, like, a table with my friends, so, with the same height, because the tables were really high, and I was really, really low down in my wheelchair, like, and then it started to get packed up very quickly, but all the young ones were going out to dance, and the dance floor was getting really packed, but to get down to the dance floor, you have to go down, like, 4 or 5 steps, and it was really packed, and it was kind of a small dance floor, if you make sense. You would had a sort of squeezed together, so it wasn't really. I sat and watched everybody the whole night. It was, I have to say, it was a great night. But I say I did miss because I would have been one of, I loved to dance before I was in the wheelchair. I would have scrapped my friends whether they wanted to dance or not, and like, come on. So we would have went out dancing, but I couldn't, and my friends didn't want to leave me, so I sort of felt bad in them because they really wanted to go out, but they didn't want to leave me at the same time, and I was like, no, no, go on, go on, go on, but they didn't want to go. So I sort of just danced in the seat, like the wee seats we were in. It was good crack, but I did miss going out. And another thing was, normally now I've been in the wheelchair so long, I don't really take on people staring at it, but we were sitting beside the bar, and everyone coming past just looked it up and down, and it didn't really get me at the start of the night, but coming towards the end of the night before I was going home, it really did get me, because the more drunk people were in, the more they looked, and I don't see anybody who has anything like a scooter or wheelchairs or anything else, like, different. They still have a heart, and they're still like normal people, and I just thought people are so cruel that they stare because you're different. And I just felt nearly like ashamed. I wanted to go and hide the wheelchair. I just wanted to fit in and be normal, but then all my friends were like, but what is normal? As though, well, I would still see normal as not being in a wheelchair. But, so yes, kind of not been. It's just, it's really getting to me now. And I would really like a job to bring in money, and it's hard to find a job at people where someone will take a wheelchair person. Because so far, as long as I've lived in Derry, I've never seen a person in a wheelchair working, like in a clothes shop or a sweet shop or just a normal shop, shopping centre or anything. I've never seen someone in a wheelchair working, so I would really love to be like independent, like making my own money stuff. So I have been looking for a job as well. There's just so much happening. I want to do things that I would have done before I was in a wheelchair. I know some people will watch this video and be like, but you can still do that thing. I don't know anybody else in Derry that's actually in a wheelchair. I see people about, but they're like people in their 80s and 90s out with their sons and daughters. I don't know anybody that's really young and is in a wheelchair, like around my age. I'm sure there's plenty of them. There's just none that would go out to clubs and be normal. So, yeah. I'm so sorry this video has gone on where I've just been bragging what I want. I want a pair of legs that work. I should be grateful for what I have. I still have my legs. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. Yeah. If you guys are wondering like why is my eyebrows like this, They're normally always penciled in when I'm on